Chapter 5. Bear with me. You and Bradley were about to go to sleep for the night when a bear wandered into camp. The bear stomps closer, fur bristling with the red glow of the campfire. It's gonna be okay, Taylor. Just stay calm. Another step, heavy and deliberate, your insides practically twist into knots. Stay calm. What are we gonna do? We either stand our ground or end up as dinner. The bear huffs, tense and curious. You feel the heat of the fire at your back, but a chill still crawls up your spine. I taught you what to do if a bear shows up. Time to put it into practice. Actually, we answered correctly, so you actually didn't teach us. Never run, or do we run? I can't remember. Make noise. Alright, time to show it who's boss. Hey, get back! Get back! Get! Bradley snaps his gaze to you, a quick nod of approval in his eyes. Good, louder. Show it we're no easy meal. What are you doing? The bear hesitates, uncertain. Bradley nudges a smoking log with his foot, sending sparks into the air. Keep it up. Make yourself big. You wave your arms above your head aggressively. The bear huffs, pawing the dirt, clearly on edge. Get out of here, she said. The bear paces a half circle, grumbling in the flickering firelight. Koki stands stiff, ears back, letting out a low growl. The bear is not done yet. I thought we'd scared it off. No, more DPS, more dots. Bears can be stubborn, especially if they smell food. Just stay sharp. We can't let it sense any weakness. One slip and we're in trouble. We should get louder. Get lost, you hear me? You don't get to eat us or our food. You snatch a burning log, waving it high. Koki barks in tandem, hackles raised. That's right. Keep it up. We're definitely making it nervous. Embers flare, two voices shouting, Koki barking. At last the bear huffs, turns and ambles away into the darkness. Oh god, it's going. Good job, you stood your ground. The bear's gone, the forest is still, and the three of you can finally relax. Koki trots over, pressing his muzzle to your leg, checking if you're still in one piece. You were really brave, but a lot braver than me, that's for sure. Hey, you handled yourself well, especially for your first bear fiasco. You really don't seem fazed at all. Oh, I'm fazed, but it could have been worse. Last time I ran into a bear, I spent half an hour stuck in a tree. Half an hour? Okay, I see you, Tarzan. How'd you get down? With a lot of splinters in my hands. Let's just say I prefer keeping my feet on solid ground. Well, I think you'd make a decent snack. Bears have good taste. They were probably just holding out for the premium cut. He snorts, shaking his head with his eye, but his eyes are sparkling with mischief. Wow, I thought I was the only one who had bad jokes. Oh, who said anything about a joke? The wind cuts through the trees, the quiet settling in around you. Bradley hums, rubbing his neck. It's funny, used to think I liked being alone out here. Well, now, it turns out it's not so bad with company. His gaze lingers, and your entire body feels warm under scrutiny. You clear your throat somewhat awkwardly. I can't believe we just survived that. Hell of a night, and you didn't even pull out a phone to record it? How human of you. That's me complimenting her, because, everybody would have pulled out a phone by now. Another pause, your gaze stays locked together, and your heart is pumping fast. Come on, I think we should turn in. Right, rest in the tent we're sharing together. He heads inside the tent, and after a moment, you follow. You and Bradley settle in your sleeping bags, side by side. Koki curls near the entrance, his snores barely audible over the wind. Outside, the fire's faded, offering little warmth against the creeping cold. This is probably obvious to point out, but temperature drops fast out here. Oh, trust me, I noticed. It's so damn cold. You burrow deeper in your sleeping bag, but the chill seeps through, biting at your skin. It's freezing. I'll survive. Probably. You try to suppress a shiver, feigning nonchalance. Bradley laughs quietly. I'll survive, probably. Isn't exactly what your wilderness guide wants to hear. The alternative was I'll freeze to death, maybe. He exhales under the quiet chuckle, adjusting his sleeping bag. Well, we really don't want that to happen. His tone is casual, but his eyes flick to yours, watching. He unzips his bag a bit and offers a spot inside. We'd be warmer if we shared body heat. Just saying. Is there even room for me in there? Depends. You okay with cuddling? Purely for survival, of course. Sure, unless you had some other motives. Your stomach flips. The cold is biting, but that's not one making your pulse race. Sharing a sleeping bag means no space, no barriers, just Bradley, his warmth, his breath close enough to feel. If we share a sleeping bag, there's no way I'll be able to stop myself from kissing him. But I get the feeling that's something we both want to happen. Let's share some heat with Bradley. Well, if you're offering warmth, I'd have to have a death wish to refuse you. You crawl over and shimmy into Bradley's sleeping bag alongside of him. The second you slide in, his body heat wraps around you, a near-instant relief from the biting cold. The space is tight, legs brushing, breaths mingling. Not regretting it yet, are you? Jury's still out. His arm slips around your waist, heat pooling at every point of contact. Well, let me know when the verdict's in. I should stay still, let him come to me, shift closer, tease him, break the tension. You shift, deliberately pressing closer, your thigh brushing his. Didn't peg you for a cuddler, Thor. I'm an expert cuddler, don't let the axe fool you. If you say so. But you are holding me pretty tight. Should I be worried? Worried? What, you afraid you're gonna like it too much? Your stomach flips. His face is so close that his lips nearly graze your temple. It's like a dare. I'd like to think there's no such thing as too much of a good thing. His grip at your waist shifts, firmer now, almost possessively. I like the way you think. Bradley shifts his arm firm around your waist, like he's making sure you're still close. What do I do? I don't want to ruin it, but I don't want to waste it either. If you keep thinking that hard, you're gonna set the tent on fire. His voice is light, teasing, but there's something else in his eyes, a curiosity, a quiet invitation. Just say as I'm thinking about anything. Maybe I'm not as smart as you think. You are, but that means you're prone to overthinking, looking for signs. His fingers skim along your cheek, slow, absent-minded, like he's memorizing the moment. Your heart is in your throat. His face is so close to yours, his lips. If you're looking for a sign, you don't need one. Fine, he keeps daring you. Why not? Kiss him first. Your breath hitches, no more waiting. You reach up, palming the side of his face. He stills, brows lifting just slightly. Then you kiss him. The instant your lips meet, heat blooms, sharp and undeniable. Barely a pause, then a quiet sound in his throat, like this is exactly what he wanted. No, needed. His hands move, fingertips pressing at your lower back, pulling you against him. God. There's urgency in the way he kisses you back, a hunger restrained for too long. His hands cup the back of your neck, drawing you into a deepened kiss. Hell of a way to keep warm. Yeah, well, my lips needed warming too. His lips graze your jaw, and a shiver rolls through you. You're a hell of a kisser, you know that. You're sure you're the lone wolf you claim to be? The taste of him lingers on your lips, his breath still warm against your skin. Unfortunately, yeah, I am. But quality doesn't mean quantity, does it? His forehead rests against yours for a beat, his fingers flexing slightly at your waist, steadying himself. I'll be honest, this felt like a long time coming. I know, we've kind of been shockingly well behaved up until now. He laughs softly, his hold on you tightens, not pulling, just wanting. Damn, I think I'm hooked. I can't stop thinking about kissing you now. Sounds like a problem. Maybe we should do something about it. The space between you feels even smaller now, like a single breath could close it completely. Kiss him again. A soft groan escapes you as desire edges out of any restraint. You slip a hand to Bradley's shoulder, tugging him near until you feel him half on top of you. Come here. He lowers his head to claim your lips again, but this time hunger edges out caution. Gladly. The sleeping bag rustles, trapping your shared heat in a steamy pocket of unspoken longing. Bradley kisses down your neck, his beard scraping pleasantly against your skin. God, I didn't think. Were you just telling me not to think? You hush him with another fervent kiss, the tent spinning around you. His fingertips curl in your fabric of your clothing, like he's worried you might vanish if he lets go. You have no idea what you're doing to me. Can't be any worse than what you're doing to me. A gentle hush settles as you both relax into the sleeping bag. Stroke his arm slowly, thoughtfully. Don't tell me you're overthinking things again. I'm not. I'm just comfortable. Happy, even. Bradley lifts his head, gazing down at you, his gorgeous eyes searching yours. You say that like it's a surprise, like you're not used to being happy. Your expressions soften. You hate to say it, but he hit the nail on the head there. It's just... I'm not lucky in love. My ex was, well, he wasn't warm, he wasn't affectionate, not like this. I haven't been with anyone since Mike. I've been scared of putting myself out there. Bradley's arms tighten around you almost protectively. He sighs and settles down next to you. I think it's normal to be shaken by a bad relationship, even longer after it ends. But Taylor, you deserve affection. You know that, right? You deserve a man who will bend over backwards to show you how much you mean to him. Your heart flutters. You lift a hand to idly stroke his cheek. You volunteering yourself for that position, Bradley? I'm offering an application. Feel free to think on it for a while. You smile. It's strange. You're used to feeling pressure to perform, to make the right choice. He's letting me take time to breathe. I don't think he knows how much that means to me. After a beat of comfortable silence, Bradley lets out a begrudging yawn. You're both exhausted. We should try to get some sleep. Eventually. Yeah. Maybe just a few more minutes of this. Yeah. A few more minutes. It's very white. The world shifts. You're at Sam's wedding venue. Warm lights, polished floors, the scent of fresh flowers. But something's off. The air's thick, heavy. And then you see him. So this is your ex, huh? Why is he holding a phone like that? Mike, suit sharp, grain sharper. The second his gaze lands on you, it curdles. You gotta be kidding me. What are you even doing here? I'm here for Sam. His laugh is sharp, cutting. Of course. Still showing up where you're not wanted. Sam doesn't need you. You couldn't even do the one thing she needed you to. You ruined her dress. Your feet feel rooted to the floor, your chest tight. I didn't ruin it. We fixed it. I wouldn't have needed fixing if she hadn't trusted your sorry, careless self with it. Some things never change, always pushing, always ruining things. Call him out. You don't get to talk to me like that, not anymore. Oh, I don't. I didn't realize being honest was against the rules. It's not honest, it's plain cruel. Oh, still playing the victim. Still pretending you're the one who got hurt. I was hurt. You drove me crazy. Needy, exhausting, always making everything about you. The words land like punches. And now look at you, stuck, pathetic. I'm not stuck, I'm not pathetic. But your smirk lingers as the world goes dark. You jolt awake, a cold sweat plastered to your skin. No. The adrenaline from your dream coils in your stomach, leaving you disoriented in the dim tent. Bradley stirs beside you, arm flexing around your waist like he senses your distress before he's fully awake. Whoa, Taylor. Hey, it's okay. You're okay. Where am I? You're with me. You're safe. You just had a nightmare. Oh god, a dream. Of course it was a dream. You slump back onto the ground. He shifts, his hands sliding up gently to your shoulder, warm and anchoring. Bad enough to yank you out of your sleep, huh? You want to talk about it? I mean, you'd think you would have a nightmare more about the bear than your ex going, you're needy. So I'm just saying. Anybody had ever any of those nightmares? Let me know. I told you about Mike. He's not a pleasant guy. Yeah, I get that impression. I'm sorry he disturbed your sleep, even if it was just the idea of him. His tone is supportive, as though letting you decide how vulnerable you want to be. You rub your eyes. He was, making me feel irrelevant, lesser. It's dumb. I still care, isn't it? We broke up. He shouldn't be able to get to me like this. First of all, nightmares aren't logical. Second of all, it's not dumb daft trauma, Taylor. He's not here, but look how much space he's taking up in your head. That's hard on you. I just wish I could forget about how he made me feel. I wish I could erase the memories. I know, but you can't. All you can do is try to stay centered in the present. Yeah, right. I'll try. How about you just breathe with me, okay? You let him pull you firmly, the warmth of his chest chasing away the lingering dread. The weight and solidity of him are a soothing balm to your frayed nerves. Gradually, your breath steadies. Thanks. Sorry if I woke you. Don't apologize. If you need anything, just say so. Bradley's presence grounds you. The nightmare lingers, but it's quieter with each passing breath. He holds you closer than ever before. You wrap your arms tight around him. Nothing but sweet dreams from here on out, okay? Yeah, I'll try to give my subconscious the memo. He kisses your forehead and you drift back to a blissfully dreamless sleep. The next morning, the cold air stings your cheeks as you tighten the straps on your back. Toki stretches with a lazy groan, tail thumping as he watches Bradley kick dirt over the last embers of the fire. The camp is nearly packed, the trail ahead waiting. You're distracted, still lost in your nightmare. Oh, it's so like Mike to make me feel like trash when he's not even around. I should be on cloud 9 right now. I kissed Bradley last night. Not much for talking this morning, huh? Do you have coffee, sir? I'm serious. His voice stirs you out of your thoughts. You sigh, rubbing your neck. Sorry, still stuck in my head about the dream. Every time I blink, Mike's there taunting me. It's annoying. Screw him, that's harsh, but the guy takes up way too much real estate in that brain of yours. His shoulders his pack glancing over you. He offers you his hand and you take it. Got better things to focus on. Much better things. You set off down the trail, feeling strangely energized by the cool, crisp air. You know, waking up next to you wasn't a bad way to start the morning. Wasn't bad. That's what I get after the best kiss I've ever had. His smirk is lazy, teasing, but there's warmth behind it. Fine, it was damn perfect. I almost didn't want to get out of the tent at all. His fingers brush yours as he adjusts a strap on your back. The touch is fleeting, but your skin still buzzes. Better, much better. And trust me, the feeling was mutual. Koki trots ahead, shaking out his fur. Nose to the wind, Bradley gestures towards the trail. Ladies first. Wow, such a gentleman, and here I thought there was no chivalry in the harsh wilderness. Laughing, the two of you set off down the path together to face the new day. You've reached the trail with Koki trotting ahead. So what's the plan for today? Where does our intrepid exploration take us next? We're heading down the mountain now. Shouldn't take more than a couple hours if we keep a nice pace. That is such a beautiful background. Down the mountain already? That went by a lot faster than I thought. Time flies when you're having fun, or fighting for your life against the cold. Oh, or in our case, a little bit of both. Don't forget the bear. Bradley chuckles effortlessly, stepping in to lift a branch so you can step under it easily. There's a town nearby where we can catch a bus to the wedding lodge. Not glamorous, but it'll get us there. Not glamorous, huh? Anything beats hiking all the way there. No, I'd hike all the way there. I was hoping for a limo. No champagne service, no complimentary foot rubs? Sorry. Best I can offer is a seat next to me with a scenic view. I'd offer a foot rub, but your toes might freeze if you go sockless in a bus. Fine, but you owe me one when we get to the lodge. Deal? Deal. You find yourself a little disappointed that your journey is almost over and still the wedding awaits. Hopefully when we get to town, I can call Sam. She's probably freaking out that I'm late. I'm sure she is. Poor thing. Nerves have to be high with the wedding coming up. But once we hit town, we'll find a spot with a decent signal to give her a call. How long has her wedding been going on? Just asking. She's not gonna believe me when she finds out what I've been up to. You? Hiking? Hey. I'm sure she'll just be happy you're alive and safe. And maybe impressed by your newfound skills. Bradley slows as the path splits, glancing between the two trails ahead. One path is wide, carpeted with leaves, the other thick with underbrush. Okay, we have two options. Do you remember what I said about poison oak? Right. Something about leaves. I think it's this one. No, this way. No, this way. Oh, we're picking away. Okay, I think the bottom one is bad. This way. The crunch of leaves beneath your boots is oddly soothing. Leaves of 3, let them be. Oak leaves, completely safe. Yeah, these are oak leaves, but they do look similar to poison oak. Yeah, it was a little... I had to remember for a second. Not falling for nature's booby traps today. Nature has boobies? Listen, just leave me alone, okay? It's a funny thing, okay? It's like a dad joke. Look at you. It's almost like you listen to me. See? I might even give you a run for your money. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. He shoots you a teasing grin before stepping forward, leading the way down the safe path. The foliage thins, opening on a slow-moving river, glinting under the midday sun. Bradley sets his pack down on the bank, scanning the water, and he grins. I think I just spotted dinner. He follows gaze to see a few fish swimming in the crystalline water. We're fishing in rushing water? Fly fishing, to be exact. And you handled a bear earlier. You can take a few fish. I can teach you how to do it if you want. We'll get a nice feast out of it. That banjo, though. That afternoon sun reflects on the river. The air is cold and still. It's so damn peaceful out here. I feel like I'm gonna be deafened by the city when I go back. It's a different life, that's for sure. Being out here teaches you a lot about yourself. It does, actually. You watch as he fiddles with his fishing rod. It seems like he's getting it ready in some way. What have you learned living out here? Well, everything, but it's different from me. I grew up here. If I had to choose one lesson out of the many, patience. I wouldn't be half as patient as I am now if I was dealing with the city hustle. You're definitely patient. I appreciate that about you, especially when I'm freaking out. Everyone's entitled to a freak out every now and then. Besides, it's easy to be patient with you. You're honest. Your heart squeezes at his easy compliment. Bradley steps closer, sharing a trace of warmth in the chilly air. Anyway, as much as I'd love to stand around singing your praises, I promise you a fishing lesson. Fishing, not about luck. It's about reading the water. Right now, fish aren't near the top. So we need to find a lure that will sink, or lure them to the top. Exactly. Trust your instincts, Taylor. You've got some good ones. Your chest swells with pride, and you eye Bradley as he presents you with 2 lures. I'll go with that lure or this lure. I'll go with the pretty one. Good instincts. This one's called a nymph fly lure. Go ahead, try it out. Bradley hands you a fishing pole with a nymph fly attached to it. Cast the line. You use the line with a nymph fly and it sinks under the surface. Hell yeah, I knew that one looked heavier. Like I said, good instincts. You'll get a bite in no time, I'm sure. Should I quit my day job and become a fisherwoman? Land a few big ones before you make a call like that. You adjust the line, focusing on the silent ripples. Be sure not to rush, especially when something tugs at you. Now, let's see your next move. Bradley stands right behind you, adjusting your grip. You shiver at the feel of him behind your back. Loosen your shoulders or you'll snap the line. His strong hands gently manipulate your shoulders so you're less hunched. His touch makes your head spin. Right, just try not to mess us up. Relax. That usually does the trick. Deep breath. I'm good. You cast smoothly. The lure lands close to the target. Nice, solid form. I'll give myself a passing grade. Suddenly the rod jerks. You freeze briefly. Did something just bite? Yep, you got this, Taylor. Steady. Keep tension, but don't yank. And don't reel in too quickly. It's really pulling. Be patient. Reel when there's slack. Okay, I got this. I can do it. You try to let go of all the second guesses and reel in. The fish fights you, but suddenly a fish breaches the water, hooked on your line. A rainbow trout. I caught a fish. A lot of people typically think that the fishing line will give, but typically it's the pole that gives before the fishing line. I can't believe it. I did it. I really caught something. That's why you don't yank and keep trying to force the fish. They'll snap your fishing line. You did great, especially for a first-timer. You should be proud. Hell yeah, I'm proud. I never thought I'd catch a fish in my entire life. Bradley laughs good-naturedly as you stare at the fish wriggling at the end of your line. He does you the service of taking the fish off the line and doing whatever needs to be done to get to stop wriggling. You worried I'm too soft to kill it? Not soft, but you strike me as someone who with a lot of compassion. True, I guess I do eat fish without really thinking about how it ends up on my plate. Most people do. Once Bradley has, for lack of a better word, neutralized the fish, he turns back to you. Come on, I was hoping they'd describe that. Most people don't even know. Want to learn how to descale and clean it? Bradley sets the trout down and offers you a knife. You want me to try? I mean, hands on, why not? Hand me the knife, I'm all in. Grab the knife, determined. Let's do this. Confidence, I like it. Just follow my lead. He crouches beside you, guiding your hands as you scrape the glittery scales off the fish's skin. Careful, steady. There you go, not bad. Bradley wraps his hands around yours as he helps you delicately fillet the fish. This is weirdly intimate for descaling and cutting a fish, but I'm not complaining. You finish cleaning the fish. Bradley wipes the knife on his jeans. Or you could have just wiped it in the water, but sure, whatever. He's gonna be smelling like fish today. Oh, I gotta say, having seen it every step of the way, I'll appreciate it more when I go to a bougie seafood place. It builds humility. Seeing the full process? You hungry? I'm always hungry. Let's cook. A small fire crackles on the stony bank, the smell of smoke blending into the crisp air. Did I ever tell you I love seafood? Because I really, really do. I bet you'd never had it this fresh. A savory aroma drifts up as you cook the trout, your stomach rumbling in anticipation. After everything has been cooked to perfection, you and Bradley share the meal he generously prepared. You're really developing a taste for bare bones fire-cooked food. You feel energized, satisfied, and ready to go. I'm gonna have a hard time getting back to microwave meals after this. Bradley laughs and helps you to your feet. You clean your hands off the frigid water and then set off down the path. We're gonna have to cross the river to get where we need to go. Fortunately, it's not too wide, but the water moves fast. Watch your steps and remember to keep your weight balanced. The rush of water fills the quiet as you step forward, only to wobble slightly on a loose stone. Yikes. What was that about watching my step? That you should do it. Careful, the rock's got it out for you. I'll let you catch me next time. Take it as a sign to slow down, blame the rock. Total sabotage. Slow down. Smart. Can't have you wiping out before we even get off this mountain. Appreciate the concern. Oh, it's purely selfish. I'd have to carry you the rest of the way. Huh. You grin as he gives you a once-over, pretending to size up the challenge. Think I can manage, though. You shake off the stumble, falling and step beside him. The river is thankfully narrow here, so it's an easy trek. Riley keeps a stealing looks at you as to make sure you're across the water. You raise your eyebrows. Thinking about kissing me again? Am I that transparent? Yeah, it's crossed my mind a few times. You laugh softly, but your stomach fills with butterflies. He's thinking about you. He likes you. Once we're down the mountain, maybe I'll reward you with a nice smooch. He smiles at you, taking your hand and intertwining his fingers with yours. I'm gonna hold you to that. You make it to the other side of the river and exhale a sigh on a puff of steam. There, the hard part's over, right? Bradley makes a non-committal noise that's unlike him. You narrow your eyes, but he just keeps walking. Yeah, I definitely say it. The hard part's over. You follow a winding path that gradually inclines towards a mountain's ledge. We are really high up. It's okay. Just follow me. Koki bounds ahead, tail wagging, nose to the ground. The sky overhead brightens, warming your shoulders. You know, you've seemed more at ease out here, like you're finally settling in and going with the flow. You're just saying that to cheer me up. Hell no, I'm proud of you, Taylor. You've come a long way from city slicker to wilderness explorer. And we've come a long way from strangers. That's right. Strangers to friends to whatever we are. Do people have a crush on each other? I mean, not to be presumptuous or anything. He leans in and kisses you, silencing all your blustering. Not presumptuous at all. I just hope you don't change your mind on me when we get to the real hard part. And that's how you silence an overthinker. When they're overthinking, you distract them like a cat with a laser. I'm serious, and I'm talking on behalf of me as an overthinker. I knew you were holding something back. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad. We're going rock climbing. Unfortunately, it's not that bad. The trees thin out, revealing a sudden drop ahead. The ground ahead winds towards a sharp, jagged cliff. You slow to a stop, eyes widening at the treacherous view below. Rocks, brush, and steep ledges. So, yeah. Now we have to go down. Down? Don't worry. It's not as bad as it looks. It looks like you want me to climb down the sheer face of a cliff. You remain unconvinced while Bradley steps closer, voice calm and steady. Hey, we've made it this far, haven't we? We'll get through this. You force a nod, trying to steady your breathing. The path downward feels more daunting than anything you've faced. If this is only way down, then I guess there's nothing to do but keep moving. Yep. Okay, so if you stay to after this, I'll reveal something to you. So first and foremost, if you did enjoy, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description, check out the things to support, ways to join the community, become more a part of us, and the whole 9 yards. Aside from that, here we go! So, yeah, I'm afraid of heights. I don't like heights. It's wild because I will have dreams where I can fly. Because also I know that the dreams aren't real. And typically a lot of dreams I can control. Not all of them, but most of them. And so there's been a couple dreams where I've literally flown as high as Superman. And it's weird because I'm comfortable with that. There was a time and a place where I was a lot younger before realizing what I could do and realize that also you can control your dreams. That, yeah, no, you ever know those feelings of when you fall, right? And like you jolt awake? Or you're speeding really, really fast and then you crash and you jolt away. Yeah, no, that's me. Mm-hmm. Just saying. So yeah, that is like one of the only fears that I have is heights. And so if like, you know, Bradley was bold, unless it was literally the only way to get to the lodge, is what happens if she's afraid of heights? Just saying. Like, I get it, right? You're climbing down, so you're facing the cliff. And your hands are, you know, gonna be, you were technically rock climbing. But, like, you're, you know, if you're afraid of heights, you're peripheral, you're looking down. I don't think I could do it. It's just... At the very least, could you just give me a parachute? Because my fear in this element is, what happens if I lose my hand hold, right? Clearly he didn't come with rock climbing gear, or unless they add that. So your hand slips, you're tumbling down. Whee! That's it. That's all she wrote, folks. I don't know how far this mountain is, but remember, we're climbing down a mountain. So, whee! Crunch. I don't know how to feel. At least if you got a parachute or something on your back, like you're like, oh no, I'm falling. I can at least pull it and have a chance of survival. Keyword, a chance. Because you're going to hit trees, you're going to probably hit the side of a cliff, whatever. I'm just saying. So I don't know if he's going to pull out rock climbing gear or not, but oh boy. You know, you're taking a city slicker out there, and she's been faced to deal with a lot of things, and now it's climbing down the face of a cliff. Let me know what you would do in this circumstance. But aside from that, yeah, no, I hate heights. I went up to a building, and one of the things that kind of refreshed that is I had an appointment a few years ago from in the downtown that I live in. And it was, I had to go up about 20-some floors, and there's windows. Let's just put it this way. I couldn't calm my heart until I was back on the ground. So that was about a couple hours that my heart was highly elevated, okay? Because, you know, yeah, no, I know that I'm in a building, and I know that, you know, clearly it's not going to tumble, right? But you still are, it's the sensation. Also, as you get higher, right, the air is thinner. So to be at that height, and I had never been in that height, and you know, it's funny, because as a baby, I had flown. I had flown across the country. I wonder how people handled that. But anyway, I had flown. Maybe I was a baby and I was ignorant and I stayed asleep. I don't know. But, yeah, no. I've never been fond of heights. I've climbed trees, like maybe 6 or 12 feet. but that's the limit for me, and I was a kid, so yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure it's something I could get over one day, but yeah, no. All right, let me know your thoughts down below. Otherwise, catch y'all later. Peace out.